Hello everyone, I am Doodlemanz86 and today I am going to be reviewing Kiryu from the brand new line Godzilla action figurine Articuli Godzilla. Say that 3 times fast. This is a brand new line of 6-inch Godzilla figures, basically cheap, articulated, good looking with an accessory. So I already reviewed the Godzilla, let's review the Kiryu and see if he is worth picking up. The box is very sweet, very lovely. The nice red with the buildings and destroyed city in the back. The Godzilla 1954 Bandai figure being used here is interesting. It's a very nice looking figure, but I'm surprised they wouldn't use a picture of the character or the toy itself because it's on the side here. Kiryu looks very lovely. And then of course we have the line name and then the back who you can get. The reason I was able to get my hands on these is because a store sold them here in Chicago very early. Nakama Toys here in Chicago, they had the 2 characters and they had a bunch of figures in stock. Lovely people, great store, very nice. So yeah, with that being said, let's move on to the actual figure itself. So here we have Kiryu and he looks really great. I love the sculpt and the paint. It looks very nice on him. As you can see, the material he is made of, oh wow, that's shiny, has a specific look to it. I forget what it's called. I forgot what it's called, honestly. I don't remember what this is called, but it does look really great and I love that look to it. Marble, I think? Marble, right? It just looks very nice, is what I'm trying to say. And the sculpt here looks awesome. You have all the inner workings, the teeth, the eyes, and the tears here are painted very well. The skeletal armor look is incorporated very nicely. Very smooth. I just like how it feels. It just looks so great too. Very nice, very nice. You can see all the detailing is there. All the paint is necessary where it is put. And he just looks really great. He's even got the black spots, which are a lot shinier than the silver on the body, which just looks really great. It's a nice contrast. I love how that's done. Bottom of the feet. The spines look fantastic. Very great. And I like how despite the design being a little complicated, it's broken up here and it is made to adjust the articulation and the appearance, which just looks fantastic. I love that. It looks very nice and I love this tail. So overall, I am really pleased with the sculpt and the paint is superb. Excellent looking figure. And now we move on to articulation. And as you guys can see, he can stand without his tail, which is just great. I love that. I like when figures can do that. And this is just lovely. So starting out, we have a ball joint at the jaw, which is extremely limited because of the sculpt and the way it's put in. So there's that. Nothing at the head, but the neck is going to do most of the work. And due to the design, there's a slot here for you to put the neck back with the spine. So be wary of that. But it does look very far up and down. Very nice. At the shoulders, we have a swivel hinge that is connected by a ball joint. Opens and closes that far. We have a swivel hinge at the elbows, which is, Godzilla doesn't have that, which is interesting to me. Or maybe he does, but I don't want to break the figure. But as far as I'm aware, he doesn't have a swivel, but Kiryu does. Swivel hinge at the wrist, which is really interesting, but also really cool. Very nice. Here at the hips, we have a ball joint. Opens and closes that far. We have a hinge at the knees, and we have a ball joint at the ankles, which is just lovely. The tail, the base here, is on a ball joint. That's how you plug it in. And then we have a ball joint here midway through the tail, which is one less than what Godzilla has. Really posable and really fun. You can get a lot of really fun movements and poses with this guy, which is what I love about figures like these. On a budget, but really great articulation. Excellent articulation. Moves very nicely. For accessories, we get a beam. Boo, SH Monstrats. I know you can't do that. Okay, jokes aside, it's a very nice looking beam. It looks really great. The Maser cannon here has a nice sculpt. It's very soft though, and all of the yellow translucent electricity is very nice looking. I love that. I like it. It's just so nice. It feels nice to hold too, and it just looks nice. So basically, to put it in, you just gotta pop off Kiryu's jaw here. That was actually really easy. Could just be because it's super hot, but and then you just plug it in and then there you go. You have Kiryu shooting his beam. I'm happy they included these little accessories with them, and it just adds so much to the figure. And like I said in the previous video, it's not super long, so it's not going to weigh the figure down or hurt any of the joints, but it's also not super short to the point where it doesn't look like he's you know, shooting anything. So I just think that's fantastic. And this being softer means it's very much lighter. So yeah, I just like how it looks. It's a very nice accessory and I'm happy they included it. What an awesome, neat addition to this figure. Also, like I said in the previous video, I'm kind of surprised that these guys are a little shorter than 6 inches, almost being exactly 5. So they're a bit on the shorter scale. So as you'll see in the size comparison, they're not going to scale that well next to 6-inch figures. They're a lot shorter than I thought they were going to be, which surprised me because I thought they were going to be more so in the 6-inch scale. So yeah, they're going to stand a little shorter than your average 6-inch figure. But they are supposed to be in their own scale because I assume there's going to be more figures made with different characters. I guess they're just kind of testing the water with these 2 releases. Because like I said in my previous video, just a guess on my part, but I think that Bandai saw how successful the Ultraman Ultra Act line is, which is sort of cheap, comes with accessories, neat articulation, minimal sculpt and paint. And so this Godzilla line is basically supposed to be that, but for Godzilla. So I think that's what's going on here. But again, that's just a guess on my part. I'm not super smart and I'm not really good at research. But again, that's just a guess on my part. But yeah, here he is next to figures you may have. So is this little guy worth picking up? I say absolutely. Like I said before, this is probably supposed to be a more cheaper alternative to the SH Monster Arts figures, which is not bad because the sculpt is absolutely fine. The details are a little softened because of the plastic, but the proportions are really great. The painting that is there is really great and just completes the look. The articulation is very nice, and you can get a lot of poses out of these guys, which is just lovely. And the added accessory will add a lot more to this figure, which is just awesome. I'm just happy that we have this new line of cheapish figures with an accessory, great articulation, and honestly a fine appearance. This is something I was wanting out of a Godzilla line ever since I saw the Ultraman Ultra Act line. So I'm just happy we finally got them in the form of these guys. So they should be shipping out on Big Bad Toy Store next month. I believe they arrive next month. Basically the same price, so yeah. And hopefully we get more figures along the way. I hope they make a King Ghidorah because that would be absolutely awesome. I say pick this guy up. Definitely worth picking up. Thank you all so much for watching and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.